What's up, everybody? Patrick LaRouche here from Evolve Restorative Therapy. You could find me at livepainfreeprocess.com, and I help the super athlete and the athlete at heart eliminate pain, all based off the basics of self-care. Folks, today we're going to be talking about is that lovely dilemma that everyone goes through: ice versus heat. When to use it, how to use it, all sorts of different confusing questions people have about it. I'm just going to break it down to the basics and get you to understand the difference between ice versus heat. What you must understand is what happens when something external to the body goes internal to the body. Your body, no matter what, defends itself. It always has a reaction. It always has some type of response. That's all that matters. So when we talk about an injury, we want to get the concept across that your body is protecting itself naturally just because there's an injury. There's many benefits to the lovely ice concept, and there's many benefits to the heat concept. The biggest benefit for ice is that it has a numbing effect. So what happens is it slows down the impulse response because it slows down blood flow. That's why it slows down inflammation, so on and so forth. It slows down the blood flow, slows down impulses of the nerves until the body no longer feels that area. And the reason why it gets more blood flow is because at one point your body's gonna think we're close to the hypothermia concept, so your body needs to rush a lot of blood flow there. But you no longer feel that because it's numb. So your body starts to bring a lot of blood flow there, and that is just the basics of ice. When it comes to healing anything, blood is king. It rules the show. The more you have blood going to an area, the faster it's gonna heal. Which then go on the flip side, with heat, it instantly brings a lot of blood flow there. So what happens is, if you're in an acute issue, you roll your ankle, so on and so forth, you put heat on it, it's gonna blow up because you're bringing more blood flow there. You might feel a ton more sensations because you're speeding up the nerve impulse conductivity. Your body's gonna be able to speak to you so much more in a blood-rich environment than a blood-latent environment. Does that make sense? So you wanna think about when you want to use the ice versus heat. So ice will numb the area and then eventually bring blood flow. Heat will bring blood flow immediately. So let's talk about when to use them really quick. Just rule of thumb based off of the body response to everything it needs. If your body needs blood flow, heat's gonna be the way you wanna go. Unless you hurt yourself. So any acute issue, I've heard many different statistics, so on and so forth, about how long you wanna use ice. Point blank is, while your body is not receiving blood flow, it's actually not healing. But if you have pain, your body's not gonna be healing anyway, because your body's gonna wanna protect itself. So rule of thumb, acute issues, use ice. But after, let's say, 3 or 4 days go by and you don't have that acute pain, every time you use ice, you're going to be slowing down the actual bonding aspect of the healing process. Yes, you'll feel better, but when it comes down to stability and structure for later on, you're actually slowing down that healing process. That's when you'd automatically use heat, because then you want to bring more blood flow to that area and get it moving. That's the rule of thumb. Ice in the very, very beginning. Realize after 2 or 3 days, you're slowing down the long-term healing process, then you always use heat. I'm a big fan of always using heat just because it feels good. Even when you do have an acute issue, you can use a little bit of heat. I wouldn't go with a hot pack. I would more use my hands and just hold the area, comfort the area, and squeeze the area. So a rolled ankle, a twisted knee, all these different things, a sore muscle, I would actually hold it. Bruises come the same way. You want to get more and more blood flow at a small pace, very, very short paced. And that's the difference between ice and heat based off the basics. There's a lot of statistics out there. Don't get caught up with the drama of the statistics. What I want you to focus on is just what feels right to you. If it feels right that you use heat, use heat. If you want to use ice, use ice. Just realize at the timeline that you're doing it in. And then you'll be always understanding, all right, I'm taking a little bit of a shot, but I feel good. That's when your body's always going to run better, more efficient. Folks, if you enjoyed it, please pass it on. If you know somebody that needs it, definitely pass it to that person directly. Comment. I love the comments that I get on my inbox. Please hit me up whenever you need me, and I'll send you on the next one. Bye.